I get very excited about helping people and educating people about peptide therapy. Everybody, it's the buzzword. Everybody wants to, maybe I need peptides. Well, maybe you do. So maybe you need to click the link below or call me and I'll help you out. I work with an online telemedicine peptide company that anyone can access that I found very useful, and I'd be happy to share that with you. But there are specific peptides. One, the GLP-1s using Ozempic, Mounjaro, helping break that cycle of insulin resistance from, unfortunately, a life and years of too much sugar and stimulating high levels of insulin production to the point that our tissues just stop listening, and we then just store fat, uncontrollably, it seems, when we sniff a carbohydrate. And so the GLP-1s work great. I have a lot of clients here that work out daily, whether they're doing yoga, Pilates, hiking the mountain biking, running, just a lot of outdoor activities that have benefited a lot from peptides to decrease inflammation, BPC 157 with or without something called TB500 can work very well. We use peptides to help with athletic performance, and not in an illegal fashion. As we age, we have lower levels of growth hormone. That peaked when you were 20 and started taking a rather dramatic fall within years thereafter. And so we can use peptides like Sermorelin, Tesamorelin with Ipamorelin is a combination that's one of my favorites, and can increase growth hormone levels back to therapeutic ranges, optimal ranges, if you will, of 200 to 250. I don't recommend that anyone just start taking peptides without seeing someone that can monitor it, that knows what they're doing, and understands where the levels are. How your IGF-1, your growth hormone level, insulin growth factor, might be 180 or 200. Why would you take a peptide on top of that? That's a pretty good level. And so I think that everything and anything has a potential for abuse, and that having proper guidance is extremely important. Yes, there are a number of peptides that help with sexual function, from some that can be taken orally and sublingually that have combinations of the tadalafil, Cialis, Viagra, things in it, along perhaps with oxytocin, with apomorphine. There's different compounded versions of those things that can help improve sexual function. And then PT141 is a peptide bromanolide that produces fairly dramatic results in men, and can be utilized to help women also with improving, quality of orgasm. So there's a number of things, but it's not to just be taken lightly. Or, what I hate seeing is what people say, well, I got it on the internet from peptide, whatever. And then I ask, oh, is that the one that says not intended for use in humans or animals, research only? Yes. And so they may or may not have high quality products. I don't ever use them because I use certified, FDA registered and inspected compounding pharmacies that must meet exact potency and purity standards, or they're gone. And so the FDA does a pretty good job of regulating that, and as they should. And so I don't ever tell someone, just go buy this stuff online. Well, there's, unless they're working with this one particular company that I like, that we can send you a link to order from, where they have real live telemedicine physicians that review each questionnaire, that make the decision on prescribing it for you. And, the peptide science type websites, I think, are something that you should steer away from, and that I won't. If someone buys it and they want to know how much to use, I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I am not telling you how much of that stuff to use, because I don't really know what's in it and if it is pure and exact. So it's important that you do it correctly. If you're really interested in trying to identify what's best for you, what may work, I'm happy to do that. Click on the link below, aspen-regenerativemedicine.com. Send us a note or an email, call us or text us at 970-201-1332. One of my staff will get you in contact with me and we'll set up a time to talk about it and help address your concerns.